Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. So, I had myself a very good day yesterday. A very late day due to what happened near the end, but a very good day nonetheless. So, for starters, my low, and it's where this is technically a low, but it's also part of my high. It rained yesterday. I say it's part of my high because we actually need rain. It's to prove what's going on in Canada really isn't permanent, I guess. So we got rain, which is awesome. But sometimes rain. Some people just simply don't like rain. Rain, it sucks sometimes, and I feel you, dog. It definitely sucks. My high. Let's see. What isn't part of my high? Got to have a dinner and do some shopping with my family. That was awesome. Saw the newest episode of Hot Ones, which is also awesome. I'll be talking about that in a minute. I finally got to try the watermelon salad from Honor Roll. That was great. Dude, seriously. Go to Horseheads, New York, go to Honor Roll, and get that watermelon salad. I mean, Honor Roll has the best sandwiches anyway. That goes without saying. But that watermelon salad, man, I tell you what, it's a watermelon feta salad. It's really good. Although, here's the thing: there's chicken in the salad, but it's not grilled chicken. I think it's chicken speedies, which is odd. Well, here's the thing: I live in upstate New York. Chicken speedies isn't odd, but what's odd for me is the chicken was actually moist. I know some people don't like that word, but that's the best way I can really describe it. Anytime I ever have chicken speedies, especially if they're on a sandwich, they're dry as hell. The flavor's there, but they're like my kingdom for a hose to drink out of, man. Holy cow. It's so dry, your mouth becomes like a desert. Chicken speedies are always so dry for me. But it works in a salad. I think it's because of all the produce and stuff that's in the salad that sort of compensates for how dry the chicken can be. Overall, it's top 3 best salads I've ever had. I will be going back to Honor Roll at some point and getting myself a salad soon though. Let's see, there was that. I saw the premiere of Hailey's on it, but here's the thing. My parents wanted to go shopping really late, specifically at Sam's Club, and that closes at 8 o'clock at night, which is when Hailey's on was going to premiere. But luckily, they were going to do an encore showing of it at 11 o'clock last night, which I saw. But the problem is, and yes, this is part of my low, it was a 2-episode premiere. Meaning it was well after midnight when I finally went to bed. I got maybe 6 hours of sleep. I haven't been sleeping well, if you couldn't tell. But I'll get to Hailey's on it in a second. First, let's talk about Hot Ones. So, Rosalia actually did pretty good. I mean, yeah, she reacted to the heat as you would expect. Especially for someone who doesn't really do spice very well. So, I actually did learn a few things, specifically her process from going, because she's known for doing really serious music, but the latest album that she's done, it's more fun, uplifting, upbeat, the kind of music that you want to listen to, right? Okay, so full disclosure, before I continue, there was a cut I picked off of my finger and now I'm bleeding. Forget it. It's my blood, it's fine. Show must go on, folks. Don't worry. I'll apply pressure to my finger right here. That way it won't bleed so much. Basically, her main goal in life is to be as fun, as free as possible. And she really wanted to emphasize that in a new album. That's really cool. Another question that Sean asked was actually a similar question that he asked Lizzo when she was on, which is, how music theory affects the way like she writes music. And it's from music theory she learned, okay, how did this musician or artist think? Like, what were they thinking before they decided, okay, I'm going to write what I'm thinking onto paper in a way that creates, chords and sounds and music that all works in a coherent voice. That's really cool. I mean, listen, I do like to sing myself, but doing stuff like music theory always really kind of bothers me because, in a way, I guess I sort of follow that first question, like about being free as possible and having fun. I'm sorry, but being stuck in the classroom is never fun. I mean, granted, if you have a really good if your teacher's really good, it's better comparatively. But come on, no one wants to be in school. Which does remind me, school's out for a lot of places. She talked about her local places to perform before she got famous. She talked about her favorite, which were Guaran and Flamenco. But there's a challenge to performing in a restaurant. Because, let's be honest, if you go to a restaurant, you're not there to listen to music. You're there to eat food. So your music better be pretty darn good to get people distracted from eating food for even just a little bit. That's actually really clever. I never really thought of that. I say this because there have been plenty of times where I've been at fancy dinners and stuff, and there's a band playing in the background, or someone's playing the piano, and yeah, I do eat my dinner, but I am thinking about the music that I'm hearing. So in a way, I know what she's coming from. Her favorite Rosalia's favorite classical art references, and she mentioned Frida Kahlo. I like Frida Kahlo. For those of you who don't know what Frida Kahlo is, her signature thing is basically she'd do portraits of herself, and she actually was known for having a really thick unibrow. There's actually a really great movie called Frida, in which Selma Hayek was the lead. She's amazing in that movie. If you've never seen Frida, check it out. Frida, Botticelli, Francisco Goya, Monet, and there's one name where, okay, I should probably let you know right now, folks, Rosalia's accent's very thick. I needed to play this part of the episode over multiple times just to get the name of this one director, because it sounded like she said Pedro Almodovar, when really she meant to say Pedro Almodovar. Again, this is I can understand a lot of what she was saying, to be sure, but it got to the point where it was even hard for me. What can I say? Spanish really is the kind of language where once you learn it, you never really forget the basics. Although a very thick accent can and will throw you off. I mean, I really could do a whole video on what I actually remembered from taking Spanish all those years. Maybe I should do a video like that. I'll have to play that one by ear. Super aggressive drums and why they were integral in making her new album Motomami. And you know what? I actually kind of knew this myself, but I'm really glad that you have an artist as famous as Rosalia kind of giving you validation on this thought you have, which is drums, they are the percussion. They give you the energy. They are most likely the sound that sticks with you the most. They are the beat of the song, much like the heartbeats for a person. Honestly, insert that one line from the movie Drumline here, because that's pretty much what drums do. The instrument that stands out that she has that stands out to her is the cajon, because she would play it a lot when she was little, and it's like a box, like a box that you have. I don't know how specifically it's played, but I mean, honestly, I saw what it looks like, and I'm like, insert episode from SpongeBob here. Oh, we got a tape recorder box. Anyway, let's see what I'm gonna say. Working with Dion Lee in terms of outfits, and basically she talked about how thankful she is that she has really good people in her life to help her get through the potential, disaster when it comes to picking the wrong outfits. I'm not gonna lie, the rest of the episode got kind of weird because when she got to the bomb, Sean asked her if she knew any Spanish slang. I'm not gonna lie, I could not understand a word of what she said. Not one bit of it. Like, this got hard even for me. Number 9, for sauce number 9, the watermelon ghost, like, there was like no question that was asked. Instead, Raul Alejandro just joined in. Like that, there was like no question asked. Like, give me something here, come on. And when she had the last dab Apollo, Raul was there. So, bucket of BFF questions. I don't know if this was a good episode. I do like music, but I really could always stand to learn more from it. And I'm really glad that you have, and not just that, but you hear it from a voice that's not American. What I mean by that is, like, it'd be easy to ask some sort of, American musician like a Lizzo or John Mayer or someone in the United States and ask these questions, and you could probably hear similar answers to what you'd want to know and what you'd probably learn from. But to hear it from a foreign voice, it really does bridge a gap that most people don't really see. Like, there actually is some solidarity there. Like, as some dumb white American kid, I'm 33 years old, but some white American guy, okay, I think this about music theory, I think this about drums, I think this about, musical instruments, and you have someone who's not from America who thinks the exact same way. Like, that actually kind of bridges a gap here, and that's really cool. I love that. Music really is one of those things that can bring people together, and it's wonderful when it does. So this was a very good episode of How It Was. Now I have to talk about Hailey's on it because I really should address a few things that, nothing outright concerned me from the very beginning. It's good. I said yesterday that Hailey's on it really does have a lot of promise going for it, and it absolutely does. We got here. Okay, so it seems as if my prediction about the conflict about Hailey kissing Scott Danoga is going to be saved for later. Would not surprise me if they save it for the finale. But I did learn a few things after having watching the 2 episodes last night. For starters, the robots coming from the future to attack Hailey aren't specifically there to attack her. Moreover, that they were attacking the list that she has that she has to complete. So I guess Disney found a way around the no-killing thing. That's really cool. Or is it the killing thing? Well, basically, no one's going to die. I think. But that's one way to look at it. The one thing I personally want to know, I'll get to that in a second, but the main cast, specifically Hailey Alohilani Banks, what is it? Yeah, Aloha Banks, which it does appear as if they did incorporate Louis Carvalho's Polynesian origin into the character, much in the same way that they included Brenda Song's Thai origin in Anne Boonjoy. Okay, that's cool. I love that. That's actually really. I mean, listen, it's 2023. We really should be doing that more. Manny Jacinto as Scott Denoga. He's really cool. Beta, voiced by Gary Anthony Williams, who also does the very beginning of the opening of the show. He's really good. And honestly, right now, aside from Hailey, Beta might be my favorite character. Although, it's so weird. It's very clear that Hailey has kissing Scott on her list of things to do. But Beta, for whatever reason, just outright hates Scott Denoga. I mean, not like over the top hatred, but like Scott's like, I have some good news. And Beta's like, you're moving away? And so he gets out like a banner and streamers and confetti. That was funny. I like that. Actually, Beta definitely has some of the best comedy of the show for me. Because, okay, well, before I continue, the first episode is like a half-hour long episode. And it looks like for every item on Hailey's to-do list, there's an item that she needs to complete. But it looks like they're going to be completing the items in 11-minute segments. Okay. Like, part one was, the second episode was 2 11-minute segments. So part one was they're trying to make a fish taco and win a contest for it. And part two is she has to become sheriff for a day at like this one local tourist ranch. It's something that little kids do. I should probably explain that Hailey had this list, or started writing this list of things that she's going to complete since she was like in first grade. And she's 14 years old. That means she's had this list growing for 7 years. And now she's going to complete it. You know, and all the excitement, I completely forgot, like, what Hailey, like, they completely spoil what Hailey's going to do. Basically, after she completes the list of things she's going to do, she's going to eventually discover a way to fix climate change and save the world. Which begs the question, who made the robots that are trying to attack her, specifically attack the list? And, like, why are they attacking? Like, if she saved the world and it looks like peace is attained through her fixing climate change, why are the robots attacking her? That needs to be... I mean, listen, it's only been 2 episodes. They're not going to answer every question. In fact, I think the first couple of episodes are literally going to be her completing an item on the list per each 11-minute segment. Although, I love that Beta definitely has, like, okay, for example, you have a 92% chance of kissing Scott Denoga. Like, Beta actually is able to tell her, okay, this is like the item on the list that gives you the best chance of being able to complete successfully. So, basically, it's plot convenience, but remember, you can't have plot convenience without sacrifice. So, yeah, Hailey knows her odds, but she still has to go and do them. And sometimes, while it is easy to go from point A to point B in a straight line isn't necessarily what's in front of you. This is really clever writing, to be sure. And the comedy is great too. I just mentioned Beta. Beta has like the funniest moments in the show for me. Specifically, like when they're at the carnival in the first episode, like someone finds him on the ground, they think he's a stuffed animal. Alright, for those who don't know, Beta is like a computer, but like they found a way to like put him in like a stuffed koala bear. So now he like walks as a stuffed animal, kind of like, Toy Story-esque vibes. And if you like poke his tummy, he says, "I love you." Like, that's funny. That's really cool. But again, I mentioned the carnival. Someone finds him on the ground, and so like the person who runs the booth where like one of the carnival games is at, like straps him onto the wall, and now he can't go anywhere. That's funny. The thing that had me laughing hardest though, probably laughing even harder than I should have, was they're trying to capture a big fish to try and make the best fish taco, and he holds like a harpoon. And for those who don't know, a harpoon acts like any kind of firearm. Like, there's recoil. But bait is small and very lightweight. So, he fires the harpoon. And, like, imagine, like, this is the harpoon and this is the gun. The harpoon stays right where it is. But, like, Bailey goes flying backwards into the water for the fish to eat him. That was great. I laughed harder than I should have. I've been laughing really hard lately, haven't I? If it's not someone ripping ass in a movie theater, it's a stuffed bear being flown backwards, firing a harpoon. Something about me is sick and demented. I don't know what, though. But, yeah. This is a really good show. I mean, right, the whole kissing Scott Tanoga thing. So, she's like 5 seconds away from doing it, but she completely botches it. And this one really nice girl named Christine, who's voiced by Amanda Layton, Polly from Amphibia, like, she asks Scott out, right? And she's like the most popular girl in school. And here's the thing. She's like the nicest person ever. Like, there is like nothing antagonizing about her whatsoever. Honestly, it's more like Hailey just has to overcome this obstacle. So, I mean, listen. Christine is clearly the nicest person ever. I could definitely see it where like, okay, we gotta tell Christine about this list that we have to complete. And one of the things on the list is I have to kiss Scott. Like, if you, like, seriously, I get the feeling that conflict really could be resolved if, like, they're just open and honest about it. But they have to make drama somewhere, so of course that's not going to happen. Or I could definitely see Christine being totally cool with that, but Hailey still finds a way to mess it up. I can also see that happening. But from what I've seen, this show's got a lot of promise. I'm not entirely sure where this show is going to be going. Again, I do predict definitely the next few episodes are definitely going to be, just 11-minute segments completing items on the list. I could totally see that being a thing. But I really do hope, like, some questions I have are answered soon. Like, we know she's going to kiss Scott Tanoga, but when and how? Who made the robots attacking her, and why specifically are they attacking her? Because I have a theory. Like, Hailey discovers climate change, and essentially she saves the world, but like whoever made the robots is clearly like jealous that she did it, and this person over here is Hailey saying, I could have done it without doing my list. Like, maybe I could see that being a thing. Again, they really need to address this, and I hope they do. But, yeah. This is a good show. Unfortunately, now I have to wait until next Saturday to see the next episode. Gotta wait a while. But right now, I can definitely say I was thoroughly entertained. I hope you like this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very homely in this video. For all of you guys watching the show today, hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday. Remember, if you guys want to talk to me, either Linda's or back, take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.